Hey guys, it's Kayla, and today I'm here with you, here, with a first impressions video. So today I'm going to be trying a couple things. So the main focus of this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus line. So I have the Photo Focus Foundation, the Photo Focus Concealer, and the Photo Focus Pressed Powder. So I'm going to try out this whole line together. I'm also testing for the first time a new primer too, which is why I'm going to do half and half of my face with different primers so that we can get a, for sure, good first impression of this product. But I'm also going to be testing out the NYX Hydra Touch Oil Primer today. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. I decided this is kind of going to be an intense first impression. So, one half of my face, I'm going to apply this new foundation like I would apply to my other foundation. So I'm going to start with my Stila One Step Correct. I'm going to apply it with my Real Techniques blending sponge, and I'm going to set the powder. Lately I've been using my e.l.f. complexion brush, so I'm going to set the powder using this brush. On the other side of my face, I am going to test out the new NYX primer, so we're going to see how that works. And I'm going to apply it with my Morphe M439, which I use with thicker foundations usually. I've heard that this might be a little bit liquidy, so I think it might work better the way I usually do it. If I start doing it with this and it's a hot mess, I'll switch over to the sponge. But I'm going to try it with my Morphe M439. And then I'm going to go back to using, I'm kind of going to go back to like my old ways of applying things. So with the M439 and then my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. So we're just going to kind of see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I'm going to prime the left side of my face with my One Step Correct. So I only need one pump because I'm just doing one half of my face. This is going to be really weird for me to have to switch what I'm doing for different halves of my face. But we're going to make it work. Priming down the center of my face with that. Okay. Dry off those hands. So there's that, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to the other side of my face with the e.l.f. Hydra Touch Oil Primer. Okay. Ooh. So I'm going to do a drop on my forehead and a drop or two on my cheek. And just kind of massage that in. Might need another drop. It's kind of drying pretty quick. I don't know how I'm going to like this primer. It's very oil-based. My skin is normal, so it can be dry some days. It can be oily some days. Today it's kind of dry. So I think this oil primer should be fine for today. But you never know. Skin is weird. So let's close this up so I don't get oil everywhere. And let's put my primers up here so I know I'm done with them. Okay. So I have now primed this side of my face with my normal One Step Correct, which is a more cream-based primer, and then this side with the new NYX oil one. Looks oily, but we're going to see what happens. So first things first, I'm going to open up this foundation. And it comes on this little applicator guy. So I don't really like to do this, but I think I'm just gonna put a few dabs on my face. So I'm gonna start with my normal side. I don't know how much I'm gonna need, so that might be too much, but we're just gonna go with it. My monitor's on this side of me today, just in case you're wondering why I keep looking over here. I just want to make sure I'm still recording, because we had some issues with that in Wednesday's video. Last Wednesday's video. This is also a Wednesday. So I'm just going to go through and blend that out with my Real Techniques sponge. I'm going to flip to my magnified mirror. Maybe. You have to be real close for this one to work, so no, I'm not. Okay. So I'm just going to blend away per usual. This is really hard trying to focus on one side of my face. So far so good. Oh, I forgot to say what shade I was using. I'm using the shade Soft Ivory, which was the light warm. So That's not giving me a lot of coverage, is it? And it's kind of dry. Huh, interesting. Okay, well I'm gonna go ahead and put on the other side, and then if I need to add another layer, I can. Let's just kind of see. Yeah, it's not super, it's a little bit sparse right now. So let's go ahead and do the other side with the Morphe brush. Yeah. So I'm going to do about the same amount as I did on this side. So I did like 2 drops here, 1 on my forehead, and a couple down here, right? I don't remember. We're just going to see what happens here. Okay, and I'm going to blend out. Just kind of pull some over to my nose first. I loved this brush when I was using, oh, what foundation was I using regularly when I used this? I like this with my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I used a Wear Light. So I like it with that. I liked it with my Stila foundation because that one's a little thicker. Let's see how it's blending this guy out though. Sorry that you guys can't see me when I duck down. Yeah, I think it's blending out okay with the brush actually. It's a little splotchier than with the sponge. It's still pretty sparse. I'm going to need to do another coat. But it's blending over that primer nicely. So I like that so far. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another coat on this side. So I'm just going to I'm going to do a little bit less than my first. That might have been just about as much with how globby that one is. It's okay. So I'm going to blend that out with my sponge. It is definitely building, so that's good. I like that, and it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty blendable, so that's good. It's blending all over this concealer. I haven't even put on concealer yet. Primer as well, so that's good. So it feels a little cakey with this sponge, but it's covering well. Yeah. I don't mind it, and I think the color's good. I was worried it might be a little light, but I think it's blending fine. I mean, I'm just like a pale person in general, so that's okay. So let's go ahead and get another coat on the brush and oil side. Ooh, that's a lot. I'm gonna put just a tiny bit down below because I got a lot up on my cheek. Whew. So the brush side might end up being a little cakey, but that is okay. So let's, my nose was looking a little not covered on this side. So let's, and I still have the concealer to put on, so I'm not super worried about the splotchiness in some spots because I still do get to put on concealer. I bought the concealer that goes with this. So I'm also first impressioning the concealer, so that's okay. So what's that? So on the oil side, it is looking a little bit cakey and dry, and like it's not going on super smooth. On that second coat just didn't really want to work well. So I don't know, it's showing up kind of splotchy and cakey on me. So I'm going to go ahead and take the sponge, even on the brush side, and just kind of dab it around just to see if I can make it a little less cakey. And then we'll see if the concealer helps a little with the coverage. Yeah. I don't know, it's not great. Maybe it'll be better once I set it down, once I spray it. Maybe I'll use a more hydrating face mist today over it. Okay. So there is the face. So far, it looks really good on camera, which is nice. And I guess this is meant for photography and flash and light, and it's not supposed to give any reflect. And I'll flash test it later and see if that statement holds true. But when I'm looking at it up close, it is kind of picking up the dry spots on my face. It is like separating already, like on my forehead, which is insane. And it didn't really set down on my chin. Yeah, so it might just be that it didn't work really well with either of those primers. We'll see kind of how it lasts, but like I'm looking at my monitor right now and it looks great on camera. And from a distance, it looks really good. So let's get this concealer open and see what we think. Maybe. Yeah, because I'm looking at it on my monitor and I think this looks like awesome, but I can't get too close to any mirrors and I'm like, ooh, God. Okay. So in the concealer, I got the shade Light Ivory, which is the lightest shade. It appears to be darker than the foundation, which kind of worries me. So we're going to see what happens here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the concealer and see what happens. So I'm just going to apply it like I normally do. I'm going to do it the same way on both sides. I'm not going to like try and test it differently. It's not coming out very well of the tube, so that's interesting. It's not up here because this was splotchy. My chin is really not covered. I had a big zit somewhere, but I can't find it. So that's good. The foundation covered the zit I was bothered by this morning. I put some on my nose because my nose is kind of splotchy. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I mean, to you guys it probably looks great. But to me, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. So let's just blend out this concealer. I don't think it's too dark. I usually would go with a little bit lighter of a concealer, but I don't think it's too dark. And it's blending nice. Concealer's blending nicely. I mean, I got some really big dark circles right now, so I'm not judging it too hard on that because I got like 4 hours of sleep last night, so I'm not gonna be too harsh about the dark circle factor because my eyes are just a little out of control today. But I kind of like it. I think it's blending well, and it did cover the spots the foundation didn't get very well, pretty good, so that's nice. Okay, now I'm gonna set it down. I'm trying to like hurry through this section of it because I'm supposed to be meeting my mom at the store. But yeah, so far so good. Maybe. I hate when their packaging has like the tape because I'm really bad at opening this packaging for Wet n Wild. That's my one thing about Wet n Wild. I love that they have seals, like, and they don't hurt seals because they're cruelty free. Not that makeup is tested on seals, but that was just, I was trying to be punny, you guys. It didn't work. So they don't have a translucent powder in their line, which I usually use. I've been wearing foundation. I usually use colored powders as more of a like if I'm not wearing foundation day. But that's okay. So this one is in Warm Light because I figured that would go best with the concealer and foundation that I bought. Okay, so on the left side of my face is my normal routine, so I'm just going to take it on this e.l.f. brush and just lightly dust it over. I'm not doing like, I don't need full coverage powder. This is just more to set it down, especially under my eyes. So that's just so it doesn't like transfer. Yeah, so there is that. And then on the right side of my face, I'm going to go back to my e.l.f. Kabuki brush and I just kind of like pat with this. Pat, 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 pat. And like with my brush, I swipe. With this Kabuki, I pat. And I go over the eyes. Alright. Alright, so far from a distance at my mirror and on camera, this looks really awesome. The shade is right, so that's good. The powder set it down pretty well. The oil primer feels really nice on my skin. It didn't like this foundation very much, I don't think. So we're going to kind of see how it goes through the day. I'm going to go to the store without putting any other makeup on. Then I'm going to come back and film a tutorial and finish my makeup, and then I'll check in with you guys. I'll check in with you guys probably before I film that video just to see how it held up at the store without anything. I'm going to spray it really quick with my MAC Fix Plus just because I need something a little more hydrating before I go. But then I will check in with you guys when I get back from the store. Alright, so it is about 1:06. I filmed the first segment like 11:30ish, so that gives you a little bit of hint. I totally realized I didn't tell you guys what time it was when I was filming that segment. So I went out to Target, did a little bit of shopping, got like some groceries and new sheets, you know, basics like that, had a coffee, so I haven't put on any more makeup, but it's actually looking better. I said I was going to put a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus on top, and I did that, and it kind of helped it settle in a little, which is nice. It's a little cakey still, and it kind of, on the oil side, settled in right around my nose and a little bit on the more cream-based side. Settling around my nose a bit. It's covering pretty well. It's not really accentuating much. Looks like it's kind of sinking into some lines up here. But it's not really fading away anywhere. I was like bombarded with like rain and wind walking into Target, and it seems to have held up pretty well. So yeah, so that's check-in number 1. So I will let you guys know in a little bit how it's doing. Yeah, but so far so good. I'm gonna go put on some more makeup, film another video, a couple videos, and then we'll check in and see how it kind of held up to putting like bronzer and highlight over it. So we will see what happens. Hey guys, it is 1:41. I just filmed a disastrous get ready with me, but I think the final look turned out okay. It's a little bit dark. That's okay, this video will be up next week, but I just want to do a check-in on the foundation. It held up through a lot of crap I put through it. So there was a lot of thought in these eye colors I used, which you'll get to witness it next week. And so I had to do a lot of brushing, and it like held up. I mean, it's a little bit cakey and like powdery now under my eyes just because I had to use so much to get the fallout off. That's fine. I did have a mascara mishap right here, but I was able to cover it with concealer and it looks fine. But yeah, it's holding up pretty good. It didn't like separate at all when I put like bronzer on it or highlight. So yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna film a few more videos, eat some lunch probably soon because it's 1:40. It finally stopped raining, so it's nice and sunny, so that's awesome. But I might do my hair. I might not. I might just throw it in a bun. I honestly don't know, but I'm gonna film one more video for sure, and then I'll check in with you guys again. Hi guys, it's about 4:15ish now. I left my phone downstairs, so I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's like 4:15. I thought I'd do another check-in. I'm kind of zoomed in this time so that you can see a little better. Let's see if actually, can I zoom in a little more? Oh. Huh, interesting. Okay, so this is what I'm dealing with right now. I'm going to zoom out because this is like really creepy. But just first so you can see kind of how it looks. It hasn't really budged. My eyes look kind of terrible. Oh, no, that might just be shadow. No, it's a little bit terrible. Okay, I'm going to zoom it back out. No, that was more in. Okay. Here's solid. Okay, so it's setting pretty well. Under my eyes is like real dry and patchy. Like it's really bad. Let me pick up my mirror. Yeah, like in my inner corner, it's like gone. It's starting to get a little, it's missing on my nose. It's just kind of gotten dry, and flaky. I'm not entirely clear. I'm trying to see if which of either side's really better than the other. I'd say probably my normal primer side looks slightly better. But like neither side looks great. I mean, on camera it looks great, which is like, I like it for that reason clearly, because if I needed to use it just to film something or take pictures, that's totally fine. And if the flash, I haven't done my flash test yet, but if it's right about the flashback not being existent, I would totally use it for that. Because like looking at my monitor right now, like it looks beautiful on camera. But looking in this mirror, I haven't even looked at the magnified side yet. So I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, it's just kind of like separated everywhere. I'm going to say definitely on the sponge and normal primer side, it's less separated. And I mean, my skin was a little dry today, so it could be it's just like the state of my skin, but then you think on the oil primer side, it would have like stayed better. So, I don't know. Around my eyes, I'm trying not to be too harsh on, because I did, when I filmed my Get Ready With Me, it was kind of rough and I had to like move a ton of stuff around, and my eye makeup, I mean, I'm not shocked that my concealer and everything is weird, because I did have to reapply, and it just, that doesn't surprise me at all. But it like hasn't really rubbed off anywhere other than like my nose. I don't know why it's rubbed off my nose, my inner corner of my eye, but again, I did like some pretty intense eye makeup, so that makes sense. But like around my top of my head, I mean, you can tell where I didn't blend well. But like it's not really separating or like fading up anywhere. Around my mouth is still pretty fine. Like I'm not seeing any issues. I'm seeing the fact that I need to get my lip wax, but that's that does not do with foundation. A little bit like right under my lip is gone, but that's just like from drinking, so that doesn't really shock me much. So far not really my favorite foundation, but like I'm loving how I look from a distance. Like when I was in Target this morning under like the fluorescent lights and looking in those mirrors, like I love how it looks. So, like I think it's just because I'm looking in a magnifying mirror that's bothering me, but like from a distance and on camera, it looks awesome. I just know that I have foundations that look better even up close. So I don't know, but the color's great, and I always need to have foundations that are my color. So I don't know, we're gonna hang tight. We're gonna see what happens. I like the powder a lot though. It's set really well. So that I like. It also blends really well, which is cool. Because I used it to blend out my bronzer in the Get Ready With Me, and it blended out really well. So I don't know. Jury's still out on if I really like this, or if I just like am about it, or if I don't like it. I'm leaning towards like kind of in between. But again, it's only like 4:20, so I'm going to get ready for the evening. I'm going to go to a meeting and get dinner, and then I'll check in with you guys after I do all that. Before I go, I'm going to take a flash test picture, and I will insert that now. Judging on those pictures, it does not give any flashback. It looks really good on flash. I just look pale as a ghost. So that's good. It does do what it claims to do in terms of flash. So goodbye photo flashback. So that's nice. Yeah. I also said it's tested on top smartphone models too. So obviously I'm using my DSLR right now. But I can test it with my phone later, and then I'll show you guys that picture when I do my last update. I'll test with the flash of my phone and see. I also have an iPhone 10, so it's like pretty nice quality camera and flash, so I'll test that this evening and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna go on with the rest of my day. I was gonna take off this eye makeup, but it's kind of growing on me, I think, as it's been like settling throughout the day. So I think I'm gonna stick with it, even though I'm like going to a meeting about children's theater. But that's fine. Yeah, so that's it for right now. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright, hi guys. It is a lot later. Not a lot later, just a little later. It's 8:09. I just got home from my meeting. My other makeup is all crusty and gross, so it's fitting. But like as you can see, it still looks really good on camera. I'm gonna zoom in. Ugh, I hate doing this, but it's fine. And you can kind of see there's like, you can't really see much on camera of like splotchiness. If you could zoom in as far on my nose as I want to, which I don't have a good enough lens to do that, you would see it's kind of coming apart on my nose still. Let me zoom back out so I can talk to you and look in the mirror. Yeah, it's like hanging on only because of my highlight on my nose. So my highlight now is like really yellow because that's like all you can see. My chin is separated a little, but not terribly. Under my nose is starting to break up just now. Still pretty rough around my eyes, but like I said, that was mostly because of me messing up my makeup earlier. It definitely looks better on the One Step Correct side than on the NYX Oil side, and with the sponge. So, goes to show that my way of applying foundation is still good, and I'll keep doing that. But yeah, it's not the worst set of things I've ever used. I don't even know where the rest of it is. I have the foundation right here. So it's definitely something I'll keep and I'll use occasionally, especially for like pictures, just because it does look really good on camera, and the flash test did go really well. Oh, I'm going to do a flash test with my phone. That was what I was going to do really quick, so let's just do, oh no, wrong way. Flash on. I haven't taken a backwards selfie in forever. Okay, let's look at that. Yeah, okay, well, other than the fact that I look horrendous, the The only flashback I'm getting is on highlights. I don't know if you're going to see it on my phone. Let's show you this from this picture you just saw me take of myself. Oh, no, that's the camera. See if I block my face, if it'll focus in. It won't. But there wasn't a lot of there's no flashback other than on my highlight, which is like expected. So that's good. But yeah, it is not my favorite, but if I apply it to a full face like this side is, I think I would like it better. So, if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. If you would like to see me review some other foundations, leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye!